Shocking.
No, you're not on the show.
No, no. I stand. I come in when you tell me when I'm in the camera. Just give me a thumbs up, yeah. Tudit, Kung-Yi. Jumbi. Hi, just doing a quick Instagram live. Going to give out some basic Taekwondo knowledge for people that have never done it before. I'm doing my very first Zoom tomorrow with some of my students, so I'm hoping to see them because I haven't seen them for quite a while now. I'm hoping to give them some tips, and I'm trying to get the parents to join in as well at home, and we're going to go through, as I say, some basic moves. So I just really wanted to speak to you as if you've never done Taekwondo before, and some of the things that I say to my students in class all the time when we're reminding them of certain things. So I'm just going to go through a few little things. So the first thing is obviously to make a fist. You just want to follow along, that's fine. So you're going to curl your fingers in like this, and then you're going to curl them in again. So your fingernails disappear into your hands, and then you're going to wrap your thumbs over the top of the first two, like this, and then place them outside like that. So we're in this position, it's called parallel ready stance. So we have attention stance like this, okay, with our hands by our sides like this. Then we do a bow like this, and then we go to parallel ready stance, which is about one shoulder width wide. Okay, so from here to here, one shoulder width wide, and then we place those fists out here. So it would start like this. Left foot in, 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. So now we've got that bit out of the way, I'm just going to come over to you now and just explain to you about the fist. So when we're doing the punching, it's these two knuckles here at the front. All right. So we're looking at these two knuckles for the punching. When we do the blocking that I'm going to demonstrate, we have the outer forearm and we have the inner forearm. Okay, so we have outer and inner. All right. Another thing you need to be aware of is that you need to be twisting your fist over at the end of each move. So as we come to the end, they twist. And another little tip that we could give you is make sure your little finger is nice and snug to the side of your waist or your belt if you have a suit on. All right. So I'm going to go through some of the basic stances. All right. So the very first stance that we teach is this one, the parallel ready stance. Then we go 1.5 shoulder widths wider to sitting stance. So that's a bit wider. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees down like this until we feel that they don't really bend anymore without forcing them. So if we stand up straight like this, we're going to, if I show you from this side as well, so you're going to bend your knees down like this, keeping your back straight, try to sit your bum on your heels, go down until you feel your knees stop, and that's about the position that you need to be in. Some people tend to go down here like this is wrong, and obviously don't want your legs straight either. So just as again, starting with your feet about 1.5 of your shoulder width, so I'll come back this way. So about 1.5, we're looking about this distance here. Make sure your toes are facing forwards, shoulders back, nice straight back, and then you're going to slowly bend your knees till you feel them sort of stop in a comfortable position. That's your sitting stance. All right. And then one thing I like to do with my students is if you make a fist and place that to the center. So you're going to bring your fist to the center like this, and then you're going to bring your other hand on top like this, and then pull one back and turn it over onto the side of your waist or your belt. So again, looking for that little finger to be on the side, and then your punching fist to the front. So what you've got to do is you've got to pull this one backwards and keep it in this position until the very last minute, and this one is going to go forwards, and at the very last minute we just flip them over. So if I show you slow, it goes like this. So we're going to start pulling, and as we move in like this, we're going to cross in the middle, and then they're going to come back, and then as we get towards the end of the move, you're going to spin and twist like this. Okay, so it's going to go like this from here. We're going to go back out again, so slow, come back out, and twist. Good. So now what you've got to do is you've got to try and coordinate. So you pull this hand in front as quick as you can to here, and at the same time, or should I say not the same time, as this one is just about to get back here, you let this one go, so it goes like this, you see? So from here we're pulling this one back, so this one's going to pull, so you're going to, as if you pull here, and this one's going to fire off your hip like this, so you're going to go like this. Okay, so that's a basic sitting stance punch. Left leg comes back in, back to parallel ready stance. Okay, so the other thing I'd like to go over in this lesson today is the chambering for a low block and a middle block. Outer forearm block, for the low block and inner forearm block for the middle block. So we're going to do this exercise with your feet in the parallel ready stance, okay? And I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing with my arms. So the one that pulls back to your waist, which is, at the moment is my right hand, this one here is going to pull back with your little finger to the side of the belt like this. All right, so from here to here, side of the belt. Then the other arm, we're going to start with the low block first. This one, the left fist is going to come inside. All right, I'm going to turn to the side now. It's going to come on the inside here, like so. All right, and I'll come back to here now. So you're pulling your right hand back and your left hand across to show the low block. All right, so you're performing the low outer forearm block. So I'll just show you that again. So your right arm up, left hand inside, and then you're going to do a low block like so. Okay, before you create the block on the other side, you're going to pull that left hand up in the air, back into that chambered position. You're going to put your right hand on the inside. So it's going inside the V. And again, you're pulling this one backwards and this one across. So a little drill to start off with goes like this. Your right hand comes up, left hand inside, and then you're going to pull the two away slowly, like so, creating a low block and bringing the other hand to the side of your belt. Then if you pick your left hand up again into this V or this chamber position, bring your right hand over inside that space that you've created, pull the left hand back, and then place the right hand across your body, just across your leg, like so. Okay, so if we just speed up a bit, it could go like this. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now we're going to practice the other block that we need to practice as a beginner, which is the inner forearm. So we're going to be using this part here now, the inner forearm. So again, this doesn't change when we're doing these type of blocks. All right, this arm will always be here, and when we're punching as well, it always starts in this position. All right, so the back of your hand facing you, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put your left hand underneath that cross now, or that V. So you've got like this V shape here. Your left hand is going to go on the outside. So now when you look at your hands, they're crossed. Both the backs of the hands should be facing you. You're going to pull your right hand back to your waist or the side of your belt with your little finger here, and then this one that you've left out is going to come out and create the inner forearm block. And as we're practicing middle, you're going to make sure your knuckles are the same height as your shoulder, and if I turn to the side, this here should be at 90 degrees. All right, so we'll go back to that position again. So this is the inner forearm block. It's coming underneath like so. We're pulling the two away, and then we twist at the end. Before we go to the second position, we're going to turn that hand over, and then we're going to swing the hand that's on our waist over into that space on the underneath, and then we're going to do the middle block on the other side. So as we're pulling, again, twist at the end, and I'll just show you from this side now. So if I go to here, cross, block, twist that hand over, come underneath, and block. So I'm going to do this drill to the front, and then we're going to turn to the side. All right. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, did you get that? I'll do that again. Ready? So, right hand up, left hand inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll go through that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the other way. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to perform that a little bit quicker now. See if you can keep up if you're following along. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So to do that as an exercise while you're trying to work out which hand goes where, this is what we do in our class to keep our students learning how to do this correctly. So it goes from here, twist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then when they get the hang of that, then you're going to introduce the turning of the body. So as you turn the hand, you want to turn your body on a diagonal, and you'll notice that the fist follows, like so. And as you do that, you then chamber, and then you turn to the front and pull, like so. And then when this one comes up, you need to be just angling and turning your body. Again, trying to keep that position. Bring this hand inside and block low. Okay, so when you get a bit more advanced with this combination, for practicing your low blocks and your middle inner forearm blocks, then this is what you can start off with. You can go to here. When you bring your hands together, you're going to turn your body on the diagonal, then you're going to block, and then you're going to come up and turn your body the other diagonal, and then you're going to block, and then you're going to come back to that chamber position, which I like to call it from here, and then block, and then chamber, block. Okay. I just want to finish off on a couple of more basic stances. So we've covered sitting stance. We're going to talk about the walking stance. So from here we're going to go for a right-legged walking stance. So you're going to bend your front leg like so. So your front leg is bent here. Nice straight foot pointing to there. Got our body facing forwards. Your back foot needs to just turn on a diagonal like so. So hopefully you can see that in this tutorial. Alright, so that's that one. We've got 1.5 shoulder widths long from here to here. So toe to toe, 1.5 shoulder widths long, and then we've got 1 shoulder width wide. So that's walking stance. Alright, and then the last one I want you to think about is the L stance. So I'm going to bring this position here. So we've got the front foot is allowed to turn in slightly. Alright, so it doesn't have to be correctly straight like this, just turn in slightly like that. And then the back one here is pointing at a right angle to the front one. Alright, you're bending your back knee more than you bend your front knee. And then I'll just show you that from the side. Okay. And then if you want to, in this stance, while you're staying in this stance, you can perform your blocks if you wish, like this, or the inner forearm block, like this. Okay. Right, change your number. Good, so that's my little beginner class for Instagram Live. I'm going to upload this to my IGTV later on, so if you want to refer back to it, do a bit of practicing, that's fine. Looking forward to seeing my students tomorrow on Zoom. Not sure how that's going to go, but it's at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Okay, class is finished. Cheerio. Kung Yi. Don't forget to say that, Luke.
Yeah, I'm good.